Hello everyone. In this session, let us understand the difference in between the array list and linked list. As we can see in the diagram, in array list we have index associated with every item in the list, so it internally implements the dynamic array. In the linked list, it internally implements the doubly linked list, so the elements are not adjacent to each other. They are at random location, but they are connected using the pointers. Now here creates the first difference in between array list and linked list when we want to access the elements. In array list, elements are associated with the index. So let us say in the array list there are 1000 elements and I want to access an element at 500 location, so at 500 index. So it is easy to access that element by simply using the index of the element, so we can quickly retrieve the value. Now in case of linked list, when we want to access that element, we always need to start with the head, and then from head it will go to the next element and then to next element. So in this way we need to travel from head to that 500th element, so this consumes some time. So in case of storing the values and accessing the values, array list is much faster than linked list. Now in case of adding the new elements to the list, like inserting something in the list or deleting something from the list, if we do it in case of array or array list, then there is a shift in the memory bits happen. What I mean to say by that is, let us say I want to insert something in between index 2 and index 3. Array elements are adjacent to each other. Because of that, if you insert something, then all the elements beneath will get shift in the memory. This takes time, and this takes some processing also. So inserting something inside the array or deleting some element from the array is slower. But in case of linked list, if you want to insert something in between here, then it is just a matter of breaking this link and forming new link, because the elements are not adjacent to each other, they are at the random location and they are connected using the pointers. So it's just a matter of breaking the current link and creating new links with the new element. So when we want to manipulate the data more number of times, when we want to insert the records, when we want to delete the records from the list, then at that point of time linked list is the best choice. If you want to simply add the element and access the elements, then in that case array list is faster. But when we want to use the operations like add or delete, then in that case linked list is a good choice. So if you take a quick look at the differences, array list internally uses the dynamic array, linked list internally uses the doubly linked list. Inserting, deleting records is slower in array list, and the same thing is faster in linked list. And accessing data is faster in array list than linked list, and accessing data is slower because it has to traverse through head and next element and to the next element. So because of that, accessing data in a big linked list. Now if you are talking about few elements in the list, then it doesn't matter. But if you are talking about lists that hold a big amount of values, like 1 million items, 2 million items, then in that case these things do matter. So accessing data is faster in array list, but same thing is slower in linked list than array list. So these are the differences in between array list and linked list, and this is an interview question as well. Thanks for watching this video, and in the next session I will talk about the list iterator.